is my air filter. I had it running the sawdust for 3 weekends, just during the working hours of the show. This is how much dust is in there. Morgan, can you help me with this? I just want to show. This is just 3 weekends of the sawdust during the working hours. So much dust.
That's weird. I love inhaling that.
This is what we're breathing in.
Yum.
Entering this area can expose you to wood dust. The dust is known to the state of Pentecost. I got so sick that I couldn't talk for 3 months, and my doctor said that it was irritation caused by the sawdust.
Hi, I'm Rourke Gorley. I'm an artist in Laguna. I am the brother of Ryan Gorley, who we did the sawdust back in the good old days, back in '69, I think. I'm the dad of Anya Gorley and a couple other little troublemakers. I really feel that Ryan was affected by the dust of the wonderful sawdust. In the last 4 years, when he discovered he had COPD, he was really sick. At that point, there was not much we could do. And it was really hard to be there with him. He was one of the most vivacious, loving, caring people you will ever want to know. Obviously, you all knew him. Definitely, he was affected by being around all that for years. He was always trying to stay cheery and stay up, but ultimately he knew it got him. Anya is very concerned about what's happening with the sawdust, and it's affected her heavily. And I know there's other people that are affected by it, but I said, look, if you're gonna complain about it, you better have an answer. When I saw how they did the tile outside, that crosses the bridge, I just went, we should just tile the place. You lay down sections of tile. It's gotta be creative, it's gotta be fun, and there still has to be sawdust because it is the Sawdust Festival. Anya and I came up with this really great idea of taking sections and doing sections at a time. And those areas could represent, the history of the sawdust. Like, you could have memorials to specific people. You could also find sponsors, which would be really great. I think a lot of people would want to, like Hobie, for instance, Wyland, they would sponsor, different areas. It feeds right into the aesthetic and the beauty of what the sawdust is. There's a lot of really creative things you can do with it. You can do sections where it's kind of glass and water's flowing underneath it, or we came up with a bunch of different ways of doing it. It doesn't have to be done all at once. It can be done in sections, and so it kind of grows. A can be tile, it could be it could be partially concrete. Let's let everybody be creative. But at the same time, we'd be solving a problem I think is going to really help the health of the sawdust and the people there. Maybe we won't have so many people that get sick. People would just come to see that. And you could have even presentations when you do it. And each year, people would come and see the different parts.
Now is our chance to do something creative and revolutionary for the future of the Sawdust Festival.